And our next performer told me he's been coming here for 10 years. He just made his 10-year anniversary in August, he says. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Adrian Whitcomb.
It's been a tradition that right before an election that we do some poetry that has to do with politics. Of course, I do that more often than that even. If you remember 3 years ago, that a certain individual came down an escalator. Remember that? You don't? Well, he had some things to say that upset a lot of people. But anyway, I call this Trumpish. It's Trump with ISH on the end of it. And that may be a new word. I haven't seen that used anywhere yet. But here's the song that I wrote. It's in this song I'll tell a tale that many do not love. It started when a man named Trump descended from above. He made a point that Mexicans were those of lowest breed, and strongly said their presence here was something we don't need. His vision was a wall so high to keep unwanteds out, and though he never served before, he knew it all, no doubt. He chose among his followers the ones who thought like him, and still he claims they're good people. Some may serve 5 to 10. Corruption he was here to stop, except that of his own. And now a daily dose comes forth of Trumpish on his phone. So time to bar the door, we say, before we vote again. Too many up in D.C. now, we'll let the Russians in. So let's all work to send Trump back to reality TV, where all it took a channel change to make him history. So we won't have to wonder still each time the news comes on if he will choose the ultimate, and we won't see the dawn. Now voters young and voters old, and all those in between, it's time for us to save this land, admit what we have seen. Let's save the right to speak our minds, petition and protest, and keep the media all free, for liberty can't rest. Can't rest while there's injustice, while some old land degrade. Some take a constitution and let its meaning fade. It's you and I and all now here who need to save the day. For if we're to be great again, there is no other way. And I hope that all of you who can vote will vote coming up November 6th. Because our government was set up to have a balance of power, and we're in danger now that one party has control of all branches of government. So think about that, and think about it. It's always important to vote in every election. Your vote does count. There was an election over in Newport News last year in which it ended up being decided by chance because there was a tie. They ruled it a tie, and so they had to pick numbers out of a bowl. That's how it was decided. So vote, because somebody figured out that if all those eligible to vote had voted in the previous election for a third candidate, that candidate would have won overwhelmingly. That's how many people don't vote. And if you don't decide, someone else will decide for you. Thank you.
again for Adrian.
Up next, let's put our